If you're dealing with child support in Arizona, you need to understand that the system isn't arbitrary. There's a specific legal framework that determines precisely how much you will pay or receive. Knowing these rules can save you thousands of dollars and prevent costly mistakes. Let's dive into Arizona's child support law in plain English so you're not scratching your head. How does Arizona calculate child support? Arizona follows what's called the income shares model for child support, which is designed to approximate what parents would have spent on their child if they lived together in one household. This is all governed by Arizona Revised Statute ARS 25320, and understanding how this works is crucial whether you're paying or receiving support. Here's how Arizona calculates child support. Both parents contribute a proportionate share based on their income. So if one parent makes $60,000 a year and the other parent makes $40,000 a year, the total combined income of $100,000 is what's used. The first parent would be responsible for 60% of the child support obligation, and the second parent 40%. When in Arizona they say gross income, they mean everything. Your wages, yes, but also everything else. Stock options, capital gains, veterans benefits, lottery winnings, insurance settlements, pensions, rental income, loans, and recurring gifts. Any money or benefits instead of money that's coming in. Gross income for purposes of child support is not the same thing as gross income for purposes of your tax return. They review your tax returns from the previous 3 to 5 years to get the whole picture, but your child support income can be higher than your taxable income. There are a lot of things that the court will consider whenever setting child support amount. We'll walk you through some of the most important ones now. If the court hasn't already set up child support, but thinks it's needed, they can apply the child support guidelines retroactively, basically back to when the divorce or separation was filed. This means they'll decide how much the parents should pay for the child support during that time, taking into account any temporary or voluntary support that was given. And just so you know, retroactive child support can be enforced by law. If the parents were no longer living together before filing for divorce, and there's no official child support order, the court can set child support payments back to an estimated separation date, but only up to a maximum of 3 years before the filing date. The court will look at everything, including how both parents acted leading up to the filing and their efforts to notify the other parent about the proceedings. Arizona Supreme Court will create guidelines to help determine child support amounts. Typically, the amount calculated from these guidelines will be what the court orders unless they find using them would not fit your situation or would be unfair. They'll review these guidelines at least every 4 years to make sure they're still working well. There are other factors to consider in the case of a deviation from these guidelines, but just for the sake of simplicity and understanding, we'll focus on these ones: enforcement and payment method. Arizona takes child support enforcement seriously. The primary payment method is through wage garnishment, where the exact amount is deducted from your paycheck and sent to the other parent. In this case, your employer will automatically deduct the amount and send it directly to the child support clearinghouse. Missed payments become permanent debts, enforceable through asset seizure, credit reporting, license suspension, though this applies only in 4D cases. Unpaid support gathers 10% annual interest with no statute of limitations. If you're going through this process, gather all your financial documents, including tax returns, pay stubs, bank statements, and information about any other income sources. The more complete and accurate financial picture, the fairer the calculation will be. The system ensures a child's needs are met based on both parents' finances. Don't try to hide income, manipulate the numbers. Remember, you're only cheating your child. Arizona has sophisticated methods for discovering unreported income, and the penalties for dishonesty can be severe. Understanding child support laws helps you manage your obligation and support your child. Drop a comment if you have specific questions about your situation, and remember, while this gives you the framework, every case is unique, so consider consulting with a qualified family law attorney for advice specific to your circumstances.